What is going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. I want to talk to you guys today about the Puff Daddy, The Reckoning documentary. Now, it just came out yesterday, so a lot of y'all haven't seen it. And I got to be honest with you. Don't watch this video if you did, because it has going to have spoiler alerts in it. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And so if you want to turn it off, I understand. But I got to tell you something, man. Any man that watches that knows a person that has some of them traits that Puff Daddy had. And I'm going to be honest with you. When this guy gets out of jail, I don't see how New York will ever let him come back to that city. They showed some horrible things. He did a lot of terrible things. We heard about it, you know, those of us that was in the rap at that time. But this right here gave a lot of, you know, knowledge of behind the scenes stuff that we only thought about. This is an evil son of a bitch. And the thing that's crazy is he can't deny none of it, because most of it came from his mouth, or you seen him doing it. Or it's in his music. Some of the lyrics he had in his music had a lot to do with some of the crazy stuff that was out there at that time. This guy's a leech, a devil, not a demon, a devil, because he was more on a code of what he was doing, and it was a method to his madness. And he didn't care who was in the way, and he would step on anybody just to be seen a certain way. And look at him now. Now I see why they tried to stop that documentary from airing at the last minute, because it's horrible. It's horrible. And what's surprising is it talked about him with the court thing, but they talked very minimal about this. It went from beginning, like his childhood, all the way up until 6 days before he wound up going to court. And they were very smart. Whoever put this documentary together, very smart, in case he tried to sue, because it put disclaimers in the beginning of the videos and after the video saying the same thing. And it's crazy as hell. Yo, I'm going to tell you, let's jump from the top. When it first came on, he was arguing with his lawyers, right? About doing something because he was scared. Puffy was in the hotel room. At one point, he was shaking on the phone, screaming at his lawyers. I said, that right there lets you know. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild, man, how he did people. It's 4 things I wrote down that really bothered me that I don't want to talk about. Number 1 is his upbringing. His mom ain't shit. She not. Everybody know that. But man, his best friend that lived in the same house with him, you know, that had a father, and Puffy didn't have one, he broke down eloquently the transition of how Puffy came into being, and a lot of it, most of it, has something to do with his mom. We talk about parenting all the time on this channel. And how, like, you know, a lot of times boys are raised by, you know, single parents, mainly their mom. And these mothers turn these kids into son husbands. Or they craft their image into something that they adored or what they think a man should be. And these kids are overly emotional and crazy. A lot of times they're abusive as men towards women, and a lot of them want men to be their mom. Nobody can take mama's place, and you've seen it in this video. The way she was all up on him and shit, and this crazy shit. Parenting has always been a problem, a lot of times, with, you know, disheveled youth. And Puffy's no different. Said he was abused physically when he was young. They would throw elaborate parties over there. When he was young and his father died, because supposedly his dad was a drug dealer or whatever. He didn't find out till later on in life, but, you know, he was always searching for his purpose, like young men do. You know, they search for who they are, where they come from, and all this type of stuff. And when that was revealed to him, who his dad was, it changed his whole persona, and he tried to be something that he can't even remember. And with the help of his mom, at a young age, dressing him up like famous drug dealers and stuff in the city, or people that she was around, it crafted him to want to You know, she would dress him like a little man all the time. His pictures, he had a man's demeanor. It was strange, freaky, crazy shit. She ruined him. She played a big part in ruining him. And even at the end, she stood next to him, and it was always about her. Sickening. And I don't want to tell the rest of the story, man, but it's just messed up. His best friend, I didn't know the best friend he grew up with, but he had a lot of childhood pictures, helped him co-found Bad Boy and did most of the legwork. Puffy, man, man, his mindset, man. Listen, this is the thing that messed me up about this thing. Some of y'all that seen it. I had a dude that wanted to be my friend in high school. I never forget this shit, right? He thought I was cool. He was an idiot. I let him sit, you know, I ain't gonna say I let him, but I hung with like 2 or 3 people. I didn't have a big circle. And we was known as like, you know, being cool with everybody. And, you know, we didn't have enemies. We was just cool with people. And he saw that, and he just started sitting at the table. We had our own table and lunch. He'd suck him, sit with us and all. And then I started noticing something. I would tell jokes or I would say something. Then next thing you know, word would get back to me that he telling the joke in class like he did it, like it was him. Then like he would quote me. See, guys don't like, that's dick eating. Like guys, we don't like that somebody be around you and then they try to turn into you. What's crazy is every time I would date a girl and then I would be done with her, he'd swoop right in and he'd start dating her or try to date her. And when he would date her, he would talk about me to the girl. That's strange shit. And the girls would come back like, what the fuck's wrong? He did this like 3 or 4 times. And I just said to myself, like, this motherfucker here, you a different type of dude. What kind of shit is this? Puffy was doing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Then he was simping to get the honeys. All in their face. Can I have a kiss? Just strange shit. But that's sometimes when you deal with parents and you have an abusive mother and you a boy yourself, you fight for this adulation or admiration from women that you didn't get from your mom. This whole thing's psychological, and you've seen it play out in real time in the videos. You know what I'm saying? And he said 50 Cent co-produced it. The way they did it, it was classy, and it told the truth, and it filled in a lot of blanks and a lot of things that we wanted to know in sentences, and man, it filled it up all the way to the period sign. This guy right here ain't shit. Ain't shit. And I'm telling you, this is one of the reasons why, like, you know, when Biggie and them was starting to die and you start to pull away because you get older. But rap is one of them things. And like, you know, I was thinking about it yesterday. When the older you get, the stupider you look trying to even be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like rap is like one of them things for like young people. Like the older you get, you just sound stupid. I mean, your age and everything, it just doesn't look good. But anyway, just the mindset he had, man, and just some of the stuff he was doing, the treacherous stuff. And like, you know, man, listen, I'm going to get to the third point. The people that he disrespected and hurt. Yo, that part where they was talking about his boy was talking about how Puffy, he had 25% of the business. His mom, Puffy mom, had 75%. Puffy never had his name on Bad Boy, but he was the face. Puffy got an advance, right? He gave half the advance to his mom and his best friend, the co-founder of Bad Boy. The rest he kept for himself to create this persona. And he just ran the street while they ran the business. He put the business in their name in case anything came back to him. This guy got rape, assault cases all the way back since the 80s. Or the 90s, the early 90s, abuse charges, fighting. The way he was around his kids, it was like he was one of them. Laughing and joking and just the way he was acting, it was like they wasn't even his children. Then his oldest son that he got, the curly head mixed looking dude, rough. That's the one he would go do the dirt with. I ain't know they was doing the freakouts. He was doing it with his kids. Jesus Christ. Then he run there, man, it's so much shit in that, man. I don't want to tell the story, but it really made me sick. He took the 25% from his friend and kicked him out of the business. And the guy still stayed there and worked to make the company great. I mean, he hurt a lot of people. Then that shit he did with Biggie and Tupac. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, I don't want to tell you the story, man, but man, he the one that put the hit out on Tupac. They had the shit up there. You know what I'm saying? And then Keefy D, the one that carried the shit out with his boys out there in LA for $1 million to kill Suge and Tupac in that BMW in Vegas. Tupac died, Suge survived, and come to find out Suge had nothing to do with Biggie's death or Tupac's death. But Keefy D did. And then the part where Keefy D was on there talking to the feds, telling everything. He was giving information because they offered him this thing where he come out and come clean and it can't be used against him or he can't be caught up with it. He told everything. He was telling stuff the feds were just sitting there. He like, yo, I'm serious. In fact, I'll tell you this too. And he started to, because he wanted to be, you know, some people, when they tell on themselves, they want to be so convincing and come on, man. Now when he got locked up, oh, I was coerced to say that. You wasn't coerced, fam. We heard the tapes. You was talking before they could even ask you a question. You was man. But this showed you when it's a situation where money's involved and all of this type of treachery, you see it come out. You see it come out, and people don't give a damn. People will kill you over nothing just to say they was associated with somebody and that they did something. Then the shit with Puffy that made me mad too was Biggie died because of you. The whole situation, Biggie was scared to go to LA because the beef was real after Tupac died. 3 months later, we're going to go throw it, and it was all Puffy, we're going to go throw a party out there on enemy turf. Then he was like, I think they had, what was it, the Grammys or whatever, where they was out there, whatever award show. Because remember they had the Source in New York that one time. Then later on, the Soul Train Awards, they was in LA. And Puffy wanted to go. And the crowd was booing him and all that type of stuff when he was on the stage. Big was supposed to come back the next day to go to London and be one of the first rappers to have exposure to the UK press. Puffy's best friend was the one that was running all of the promotional stuff and doing all that. He said he called Big early in the morning like, yo, what's up? Where you at? You're supposed to be on a flight back here. We got to go to London. He said Puffy, with his power tripping ass, just jumped on the phone like, yo, he's staying out here. And hung the phone up. Puffy, one of them people, he had no talent. We knew that a long time ago. But off the talent of others, he had to make himself be seen. It was always about him. That's why we didn't like him back in the day. And then that shit he did, you know, they showed the video of when Biggie got shot in the documentary. The car was stopped and then just started moving. And then, man, it is bad, man, because I love Big. Big was like my favorite rapper back then. And then the thing that's messed up is the reason why Tupac got killed, from what they were saying, was Puffy tried to get close to Tupac. Tupac ain't want to fuck with Puffy because he seen what he was. Let's do business together. Tupac was like, nah, fuck off. But he wanted to still be cool with Biggie. And it was a threat to Puffy. Because if you go back and look, man, this is one of the most disturbing things about the video. And you'll see it. The way they filmed it, you will see it yourself. Everybody that was around Puffy, he was always the only one smiling. Even on stage. When him, Faith Evans and stuff was up there that night, Suge Knight was like, if y'all come to Death Row, if you don't want no executive producer dancing in the video stuff. Faith Evans just got up there with Puffy and she was standing there, he was talking, she was just looking to the side. You on a national stage with a teleprompter in front of your face where you know the camera's facing you, and she couldn't even, when they started clapping, she forgot, she was just in the day. She started clapping late. Puffy was a cancer, man. And I don't feel nothing for him. And every man out here, when you go and look at that, I'm talking to you fellas, when you go out there and you look at that video, Puffy, parts of Puffy, you see in other people that you seen coming up and you knew to get the fuck away from. That making it a band, the way he did them children, them kids, come on, man. That Dan 86 or whatever, man, that, Jesus Christ. Listen, I'm gonna leave it at that. Then the Cassie thing, that's a whole nother different thing, man. You collecting a man's, you know what? Okay, go see the documentary, man. If y'all was back early and y'all was, both active in both Tupac and you both like Tupac and you like Biggie back in the day, or like you was in the rap at that time, you gotta see it, man. The Biggie funeral fiasco, what he did to Big, and then you getting on TV and acting like you care. Death sentence. I don't see how New York can let him even come back in the city. For real. He need to just leave America and not even show his face no more. Because, man, it was just rough. But anyway, man, I'm going to just leave it at that. I ain't going to tell y'all too much. Go look at that documentary. That was one of the best documentaries I've seen in a long time. You know what I'm saying? They did a good job, and it's very much worth it. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. People cut other people's throats for the stupidest stuff just to be seen. I mean, and he was doing it. You was on top of the world. You had a gift, and you could have helped your people, but instead you exploited them. And that's fucked up. It's fucked up. See you in the next video. Take care.